Have you ever left your phone on a table for just a second, only to find it gone when you look back? Or maybe you have worked hard to save money, but then someone tricked you into giving it away for a deal that was too good to be true? We all work hard for what we own, whether it is a cow, a bicycle, or a small business. Today, we are talking about the laws that protect your belongings. Knowing these rules helps you protect yourself and understand what counts as a crime when someone takes what is yours. Welcome back to our series on Zimbabwe's laws. Today is part 2, and we are looking at property crimes. These laws come from the Criminal Law Code. We are going to explain 3 main things: theft, robbery, and fraud. These might sound similar, but the law treats them differently depending on how the property was taken. In Zimbabwe, the law protects anything you own that can be moved, like clothes, money, or even your livestock. Theft is taking something that belongs to someone else without their permission, intending to keep it or use it in a way that destroys it. Robbery is theft, but with a scary addition. The person uses violence or threats of immediate bodily harm to take the item. Fraud is when someone uses lies or misrepresentation to trick you into giving them your property or money. Let's look at some real-life situations. Imagine you're in a crowded market. A young man quietly reaches into a woman's bag and takes her purse while she's looking at clothes. He doesn't say anything, and he doesn't touch her. This is theft, because he took it without permission and intends to keep the money. Now imagine a different situation. A man stops a student on a dark path and shows a knife, saying, "Give me your phone or I will hurt you." Even if he doesn't actually cut the student, the fact that he used a threat of violence to take the phone makes this a robbery. Suppose someone tells you they are selling a residential stand. They show you fake papers and take your money, but they don't actually own the land. They lied to get your money. The law calls this fraud because they used a lie to cheat you. Property crimes carry heavy penalties in Zimbabwe. For simple theft, you can be sent to prison or given a heavy fine. For stock theft, which is stealing cattle, goats, or sheep, the law is even stricter. Stealing a cow can lead to a minimum of 9 years in prison. Because robbery involves violence, the punishment is much higher than simple theft. You can face many years in prison, especially if a weapon was used. For fraud, the punishment depends on how much money was involved, but it can lead to long prison sentences. Here's some safety advice to keep your property secure. First, be careful with deals that seem too good to be true. If someone offers you a car or land for a price that is very low, it might be fraud. Always check the papers with the proper authorities first. Second, do not fight a weapon. If someone tries to rob you, your life is more valuable than your phone. Give them the item and try to remember what they look like for the police. Third, mark your property. Especially for farmers, make sure your livestock are branded. It makes it much harder for thieves to sell stolen animals. To summarize, theft is taking without asking. Robbery is taking by force or threat. Fraud is taking by lying. The law in Zimbabwe is designed to make sure what you work for stays yours. In our next video, we will look at Part 3, Assault and Violence Laws. We will talk about what the law says when a fight breaks out and someone gets hurt. Thank you for listening. Stay safe and stay legal.